Attention students, the Jabroni University Network is now in session. Please make your way to class.
Rad Chaser. Rad Chaser. Rad Chaser. Rad Chaser. Rad Chaser.
Watch me turn it on. Coming to you from Fabulous Studio B Plus in Bradenton, Florida, live. It's the Chaser Brothers podcast with me, the Son of Rad Chaser, and the man of the hour who reads Nintendo Power, the gunslinger with the gold finger, the man with the plan, with a can of some spam.
Rad Chaser.
Two chasers, one room. That's what's happening right now. When he said live, he really meant live. Normally we do this in separate spots, but we're in one spot now.
For the grand introduction of the 20th episode, we had to pull out all the stops and actually get together.
Yeah.
And that's the extent of it.
Yeah. So, really, what I want to know is a Cheezit a pretzel?
All right, so first of all, that was not the question that I asked you. I said, how close to a Cheez-It is a pretzel? Or I said, how close is a Cheez-It to a pretzel? Like,
Okay.
if the pretzel's the original, how close it like, we weren't trying to make a pretzel, but this thing is the closest tasting thing to a pretzel that isn't actually a pretzel.
It's crunchy, it's crispy, it's salty, it's cheesy.
I think it's salty. It's salty in that same way that a pretzel is salty. It's got that ingrained big giant chunks of salt on it.
I like the low-fat ones. Not as greasy.
Sure.
Or
I wasn't aware that was an option.
or the burnt ones, the extra toasty. The Cheez-Its. Are we talking about Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
Cool. How about video games?
It's the Chaser Brothers video game podcast where we never talk about video games, not one even time. You know what? Let's just talk about you happen to be here in town. Now I was in the other room. I was in the other room putting little baldy baby L Chaser to sleep, and I came back in here and you were like like huddled over like a rat in a dark room, and you're like
Hunched over in a corner. Looking at NES carts.
yeah, looking at price charting, and just like seeing what was in my thing. Now, I bought most of my collection, what is 2025. I bought most of my collection of like 200 plus. I have like between 200 and 300 games. I don't know exactly how many I have, but that was a solid more than 10 years ago. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I had already like bought all the NES cartridges that I was going to buy for a long time. Like I've bought loose ones randomly here and there, but like that's when I was like hunting was that long ago.
Yeah.
And man, like the prices back then were so reasonable.
Dirt cheap.
So-
Blowout prices.
Right. So incredibly reasonable. Which I think the opposite end of that is that there are definitely some things that are priced unreasonably, like now, because if it's a question of rarity that drives up the price on the cartridge or whatever, I lost my train of thought.
Then why the heck are all these games so expensive?
Right. So if this game is that rare, then like back then it should have not been any more or less rare. Like it should have been like, oh, it's nice to see one of those. You don't like the video games used to be the prices used to be based on how good the video game was. I feel like.
Yeah, even for like rental stuff, I feel like they would be a little bit more expensive. But like you said, like Just because it's rare, well, if it's rare, it's expensive. If there's not a lot of copies of them, etc.
I've got Power Blade 2, guys. I'm just gonna say I have there's just a random copy of Power Blade 2 just fucking loose in my games.
And that's the end of the show, everybody, because that was the big reveal, and he's done it 35 minutes early. So now we're gonna go back to fluff. So Cheez-Its, pretzel or not?
Oh my
Cheese pretzel. Oh, you want to hear more about Power Blade 2 now? Okay.
Yeah. Power Blade reminds me a lot of this game that I used to play before this thing literally became a meme. Do you sort of remember the age of where it's like, tier Facebook pages are like, here your hair metal band is this and this from the day, month, and year you were born or whatever.
A novelty type Facebook page.
Right.
Okay.
So this is like 20 years ago, and my roommate Jake, we lived together in his parents' house who did not live there. Fun time when I was going to college. So we I don't know why we did it, but we made like 2 columns of just random words, and we're like, let's start putting one from column A and one from column B, and we would just pick names that sounded funny to us. So one of the names on that list was Laser Blade. Which Laser Blade always made me laugh. I think the one that made us laugh the most was Death Sword.
Just 2 random words.
Right, and so we made up this whole mythology for this band Death Sword, and it's like this band is the blackest of black metal, and we were like, kind of like trying to figure out like in our minds like what does Death Sword sound like, but it's more, I would say, like, it's basically Dragon Force. This was definitely also like when that first Dragon Force album came out, like we were listening to it a lot. So I mean, like, gee, Dragon Force, that sounds like two names out of column A and column B.
Right. What do we call the band?
So Death Sword was the one that we thought was really funny, and we made like this whole mythology about the Death Sword, and I don't remember half of it, but it got me thinking about the other lesser known names that also gave us chuckles. Jake did just text me now because I asked him earlier. This wasn't from the columns game, but there was one called Us versus Those Other Than Us. But
A little inside.
But the initials is of Totu. Make sure I read that correctly. Yeah, of Totu, Us versus Those Other Than Us. And that, oh God,
Gave you good lull.
it did. It was just the fact that it's like, of Totu sounds like a Nile song.
Of Totu.
Just half of the songs vaguely Egyptian sounding things or whatever. Storming the gates of Amun Ra or whatever. I feel like that's an actual name.
Like,
Oh God. So yeah, other names that were on that list.
Ufutu. What is it? Ubuntu. What is it?
Of Totu. Laser Blade was one. I think Blast Corpse was one that I liked.
Something cannon.
Blast Cannon. That's stupid.
Yeah. Blast Corpse. I like that too.
Yeah, Corpse Blade. Like like they were all interchangeable. They were all good. I'll think of some more of them, but man, just What's
Laser Blade.
what's that game that I didn't realize I had called?
Power Blade.
Power Blade.
Oh, that's what this story was for. Oh, yeah. So, Power Blade. I haven't played it.
Slow on that trigger finger.
Right. It's fine. I couldn't tell you what it's about. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess side scroller. I'm gonna guess, some manner of punching or slashing. Blading.
As a power pad game.
No, it's not. It's not a power. There's no way.
You're like, I won't allow
You're
it
out-
to be.
no.
I will not. It will not be that.
No, for sure.
It's good power glove game. You have to play, it's like Super Glove Ball. It's the other game.
Power glove, I could maybe buy, but power pad, no. Power pad is dance aerobics. Just a light-hearted game.
Wouldn't it have been crazy because you use the zapper and the regular controller in Bayou Billy? If there are also like, here's a portion of that game where you gotta use the power pad. Like you need a force score to play that game to its full capability.
Walk on through the bayou with the power pad.
Run, leap, and jump as Billy gets away from them gators.
Let the bon temps roulette, or however they say.
While you drink maple syrup out of a bald maple tree or whatever.
We do things different down the bayou.
We do things
Billy.
different down here in Maine.
So what's the game? There's a couple of things. First off, the old Son of Chaser has random heavies. He didn't know this one might be the heaviest thing you have in the collection. I could think of.
I don't think there's any other way unless there's a copy of Little Samson sitting in there, which I
No, I would have led perhaps with that.
Did you go through all of this?
I went through them. Yeah. That was a nice random banger.
Did you go through all the game packs? That's officially what they're called.
The game packs, they are called that. You have more games than I do, NES games than I do, and I'm doing a full-on NES quest. Although I guess I'm catching up to you now.
The only reason that I know that is because I've read a lot of Nintendo Power. You pick up a thing or two.
Please insert the game pack.
So yeah, that is crazy that's in there. I probably bought it for a song. There's not a price tag on it, but
No.
man, that would have been cool
pickup.
if we'd been keeping track of the prices that we paid for all the games.
Yeah.
Because that was really like the jam that was like I've only got $20. So maybe hopefully I could come out of there with like 3 games.
I'm gonna get at least 2 games: Power Blade and Power Blade 2. So
At $12.50, here's your change out of the 20.
right. So good on you.
Yeah, like there's no way you would have paid more than $5 for Contra. And that's like a $60 loose game.
That's your go-to gripe that Contra's an expensive game. It's probably between 30 and 40, I think. But yeah, there's a million copies of it.
Right.
That's the problem.
Which
That's
is
your gripe.
right. I mean, I feel like that was the other thing too. It's like I'm my store's lousy with copies of Contra, so I'm just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, 35 a pop, even with a garbage label.
No,
I'm not doing that.
No, $5 15 years ago.
Right. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, that's another one. That's always, $40 to $50 game, I feel like.
That annoys me that one Nintendo Fun Club with Tyson on it is way
That's an
more
expensive one
than all the other
too.
ones.
Yeah.
I think I found one for $80 one time, and I was like, man, I should get it because
It's one of the more expensive ones.
I feel like sometimes you can find cool stuff on Mercari
Yeah, you
For,
can find
like,
somebody, sleeping or just getting rid of
you
it.
really can. I mean, I paid 210 or 230 for that 3DS that I got.
Right, and those are.
And it was CIB. It's not the crispiest box in the world,
But it is a box, as you like to say.
yeah. I don't know, man. Like that's crazy to me. Or it's like, the games. I really feel like games are priced on like the availability of them and how good they were as a game. But only like, I don't remember it being like there are some more expensive ones like. But never in a thing where it's like, well, if I really wanted to splurge, I could get that. Like, I don't think I ever remember seeing anything over like $80 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So, what were we saying? NES games. Yeah, just the prices are like it's just wild, and people pay them. Like I see like, you see somebody's collection, and a lot of people are like. They were like, oh, do you have this? Do you have this? And they just start naming heavies instead of, like, cool games. Like, you have Contra. Contra's a cool game. People are like, oh, do you have Little Samson? No, I don't have Little Samson. Or if any of you ever catch anybody saying, oh, I'm going for a full set. Do you have this one yet? Do you have Bonk's Adventure?
So, I have heard that Little Samson and Power Blade 2 are both actually decent games.
I haven't played Little Samson.
Yeah.
But I've seen video of it. I mean, it looks like a solid little platformer. Couldn't tell you about Power Blade.
Did I say the F word earlier? It was way earlier. Guess what, guys? This is going to be released as a not a non-expletive. It'll have the warning on it.
NSFW.
Yeah, not safe for work, guys. Sorry. I'll keep the rest of it clean.
Not safe in general. Just to listen to it if you want any time back in your life.
Yeah. Safest thing when just just turn it off and move on.
Do not listen. That's the disclaimer.
If you could do that and tell at least one other friend to also not listen, that would be. That's all I ask of you. Just tell one other friend.
We are on a quick climb to 1 million subs for the channel. We are almost at 3,000 subs. So we are, 0.000003 of the way there. And that's something. At this rate, the great grandson of Rad Chaser will be, ringing in the
2079.
The gold
a million
plaque.
Viewers finally.
Street Fighter 2010.
Street Fighter 2010. Junko Tamiya did the music for that one. Capcom's resident badass lady composer.
I'm listening.
They had all of their composers. All of their main composers were women during the NES time. I think there was like 3 of them.
Interesting. That's a nice little factoid.
Yeah, but her. I feel like every time she wrote music for a game, like she knocked it out of the park. I mean, like Bionic Commando is iconic. Street Fighter 2010 has got some real rippers on it, and also a little bit weird. Little Nemo. Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Gone damning.
That's the nickname. That's the nickname for the composer.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird that some people wanted to operate under pseudonyms back then.
Right.
Yeah,
Why?
It is cool though that your old buddy Warren Robinette, who hid his names as an Easter egg. Some say the very first Easter egg.
Indeed he did.
In what's that game called?
Adventure.
For the Atari. So you find a special thing, and you do something, and the Easter egg is that the game was programmed by Warren Robinette because you weren't allowed to put credits in games. And then
slipped it in there.
Yeah, which is good for him. And then Nintendo started making games, and they're like, let's credit the team. It was, it
Yeah.
took upwards of 30 people to make a video game.
Slap their names on it.
Right. I think there was only like, I feel like some of those earlier like really early NES games was like we had 5 of us. Like the 5 of us made Metroid or whatever. That's not the right button.
You have to say it at the same time. Is that how that goes?
Yeah. When I hear a little inside pool for you guys, I just trigger the thing after I do it, and then I move it back to where it actually goes. The trigger is just a visual cue for me to see so I can move it over the actual thing. But to you, it just sounds like it's beeped out all the time.
Cool stuff. Nice little BTS behind the scenes during the podcast. What were we saying?
We were just talking.
Oh, right.
about-
R&D 1, R&D 2, whatever, for, the Nintendo crews making games. Yeah, they'll just have,
Yeah.
one guy making the music.
The
Sawtooth waveforms.
the larger point though there was, like, hey, like what games are you showing off in your collection? Actually, you know what? I feel like this is a good thing to talk about for a second.
Go ahead.
Well, if you were gonna, I know by virtue of the fact that we're constantly showing the stuff that we have for whatever reason. What is if I were just a stranger and I was like, oh, you've got a video game collection? Yes. Would you like to see it? Yeah, that'd be cool. How's that tour go at Rad Chaser, at the Rad Chaser place?
Does the person who's coming in asking about it know anything about video games?
Yes.
Okay. Like retro games or just in general? Okay.
This person would be a contemporary.
Well, okay, so I don't know. I don't have.
Okay. Imagine one time I come up to Orlando and I've got Bonesaw with me for no reason whatsoever.
Right. This sucks because if I knew who it was and I knew what they were into, then I would maybe cater it toward them.
Let's hear the personalized experience. This is Bonesaw's never seen your collection. He's at our level. He's at our level.
Well, I would say this is what I'm working on currently. I would go for the NES games probably because that's what we were doing. That's what I'm doing this year. That's at the forefront. So I mean, I'd take him to the bookshelf wall that you've seen in the videos, and I've got one shelf just dedicated to all the stuff we've got this year. I mean, I would just walk him through this year's stuff first. This is what I'm kind of into. This is what I've been, playing or working on or collecting.
All right, so that's the foreplay is like, well, let me show you what I'm working on right at this moment, because I do think when he comes over here, like the first thing we do is we come in here and I start talking about what I'm working on or whatever.
Right, because then like within that you can see what this person is maybe gravitated to. So if they want, if they're like, ooh, what is this? What is this? I'm like, oh, this is this. And then I can say, if you like that, you know what else I have? This other thing that's related to that first thing you said.
Mm.
So then we can let the person dictate what's going on. But I don't know. For me, it would be the NES games. It would be Final Fantasy stuff that I have, and it would be Dragon Quest stuff because that's taking up a good chunk of. They have their own sort of areas. So for me, Square Enix stuff in general, and Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy is like a permanent, side quest. So whatever I can.
So I think this is where you'd lose Bonesaw a little bit, because he is he doesn't have a high opinion of Dragon Quest, but
Okay.
I think I have at least been like, there's a lot of gold to be mined from them thar hills, that he would, like my way of explaining is like, it's the exact same kind of experience as playing like Persona, but it's Dragon Quest in terms of like what the gameplay experience is. And I mean, like, that is the thing that makes Persona 5 so cool, is like it's so stylish that you forget that it's a turn-based RPG. Like that's all it is. Like you sit there and just take all the time in the universe to decide what you can be like, oh, I can walk away from the game. It's not going to do anything until I tell it to do something.
I like to, because I have, Metaphor, Ray Fantasio. It's one of my, in my current rotation. TBH, I just put it on auto. I'll select my moves, my strategy, and just auto through the fight until, something important comes up.
Yeah, there's a...
I don't want to scroll through menus sometimes.
Yeah, I always with role playing games, I kind of like, I feel like Persona is really paced the right way. Like,
yeah.
If you're like, okay, I've had just about enough of doing this, you go and start doing other things, and then you're like, I've just about had enough of doing this, and then the other thing's right there waiting for you.
Yeah, I've had just about enough of this, and now I need a little alone time.
Oh yeah.
With what's her name? There's 3 what's her names, is there? I haven't played Persona 5.
Oh yeah, Takami. Talk to me.
Taco me. As in, give me a taco. Taco me.
I can't remember if Takami is the doctor or the teacher.
Anybody out there know? Send an email to chaserbros@gmail.com.
Yeah, you will do it. But there's like no Kawakami. Kawakami's a teacher. That's Bonesaw's. That's his forever girl.
So he likes RPGs. He just doesn't like the Dragon Quest series franchise.
Right. He is like, perhaps I'll re-examine by actually like trying to play one, because then at this point it becomes like, I think if I was gonna be like, if you've never played a Dragon Quest game before, play Dragon Quest 8.
I was literally just going to ask you if you were going to, give him one to pick to start.
However, I was also like, with this graphical overhaul and like the quality of life and stuff, like getting Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake or whatever is a good option.
Pretty solid.
I was like, that has been my favorite NES Dragon Quest game. And then the second two, because it's like they released it out of order, which I think is a good idea, because you get a nice big Dragon Warrior 3. The whole game is a prequel to the first 2 games, so you get the first game in the middle, and it's like you could probably blast through that game in like 10 or 15 hours, I bet. Like the updated, whatever the updated version is, because they've probably added more stuff to make it cool. And then you get to play 2.
I'm surprised you didn't mention 11 as a good first game to start with.
Yeah, and there's spoiler alerts here, guys, for a 10-year-old game now. Dragon Quest 11 is not that old, but so. I'm sorry, I can't spoil it. You've never played Dragon Quest 11. I can't spoil it.
Oh, right. I started playing it a long time ago, but I'd have to start over.
Yeah, that happened. I started it on PlayStation 4 when it came out, and the guy doesn't let you get to have the fully orchestrated music.
Oh, that's right.
And like it ruined my play experience. Like I'm not saying the MIDI music is like bad or whatever. It's just I knew that this fact that there's a version of this game that exists with the fully like orchestrated music, but the guy is, just notoriously a dick about letting American people have anything good about his music. I mean, I think it eats into his bottom line is what it is. But so that's the story is when Dragon Quest VIII came out in America. It had the fully orchestrated soundtrack, and that was like by mistake. And I've heard tell that he was pissed about that.
I bet. Great fight music. I'm glad we got that on Dragon Quest VIII. I thought that was one of the coolest things. Like, this is like full music going on. Oh my, this just really adds to the experience. Very enriching, Ooh.
I've never played Dragon Quest VIII all the way through. I think it's got enough of the. Dragon Quest XI would be a fine one to play too. Dragon Quest XI was really good.
A fine game.
I never played all the way through Dragon Quest VIII, but like I did put some time into it, and I was like, this game's pretty good. I probably just didn't have a copy of Dragon Quest VIII for whatever reason. I don't remember why I stopped playing it.
I don't know.
But I do remember playing a good chunk of it and being like, okay, this is a good game.
I'd say it's peak.
Yeah, so I'd say you're cooked.
What do you say, chat? Are we cooked?
L's in the chat.
L's in the chat. And that's going to be the halfway mark for sure.
Yeah, that's.
Why don't you segue us over into the next diddly do?
All right, like this.
Rad Chaser.
So, those would be probably the features of the display of the collection. I don't really have any like showstoppers. A Virtual Boy that works. I have one game, Mario Tennis.
Yeah, I mean, like these things are also sort of. I mean, like now that the wall is sort of there.
Yeah.
You don't have all of your game stuff out of the storage room already, do you?
I think everything's in the apartment, but I mean, if that closet that's in that bedroom is also full of just video games.
Oh man, so you just have all the rest of your other stuff in the storage space.
Yeah, so the main walls in the main bookshelves in the bedroom are Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, and then NES stuff, and everything I've collected this year. So it's basically, just like 3 things and then everything we've collected so far this year. So I think the NES collection will probably be one of the bigger things that I have. So that'll be probably displayed. Plus I'm into them right now. So, ooh, well, woo.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a couple of things that would draw the eye. I always like. I mean, I like going. I don't feel like I've like been in someone else's collection for a while. Where my method is sort of, I just kind of start looking to see what I see, because the collection isn't always just retro video games or whatever. You start getting into it. Like sometimes you start looking at video games, and then all of a sudden you're looking at books.
Yeah, definitely,
Or records. That's another one. That's kind of like what. So sometimes I'll just have that like, ooh, what kind of stuff have you accumulated? Like I haven't seen all your stuff in one place in a long time. Like,
right. So for me, in my life, I collect video games, vinyl records, and toys. Like action figures, some Star Wars stuff, but
some butt plugs.
Sure. A different kind of collection.
Different kind of toy.
Yeah. Different kind of scenario.
A scary scenario.
So
put it in your stereo.
I'm into the video games right now. I have tons of vinyl records, and then the toys are all in storage. Those are the things. Those are my 3 tops. Everything else is just junk.
Now, we did a room tour here before, when Rockstar Kristen was still in the mix,
Oh yeah.
and I went back and watched those videos the other day, and I was like that was a fun day. I feel like all like the videos when we're together doing stuff, it then makes you like remember.
Right.
You know, you get to remember what you're literally seeing. So
Right. You're going through your own stuff, and oh yeah, I forgot about this. Oh yeah, and I got this, and then.
so that was funny because like I think that is not how I'd be like, come look at all my cool stuff. But this is just like, let's see what we can find, because I had to dig stuff out or whatever.
Right. And that's how it goes. Like you'll have.
So fat in that video.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so fat. I mean, I'm fat now, but like I've lost like 20 pounds since that video.
Nice.
I'm just like, look, and I mean, like that's why I was like, oh, you're inexcusably fat.
Yeah. So it's funny to see yourself. Like me too. I'll see myself in other videos. Like, dude, my face was like just a big fat melon. Why not? It's wild.
So
Still yapping.
But so that was fun because I just remember pulling stuff I forgot that I had. Like a lot of it was just like, I mean, that's how cheap games were at the time. Just Rad Chaser would roll through and be like, hey, I buy you some just really good condition CIBs for your birthday. No big deal.
Right. Thanks, man. I won't even put them in retro protection sleeves. They're so plentiful. I'm not even concerned with preserving the condition.
God, so that whole part was fun, and I mean, like I think the fun thing of my collection, just about the NES games in general, is just like I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Not like oh, that's all this guy does. I just don't like it to be all the way curated. I like the collection to be,
varied.
Sometimes, like show that prominently displays some things, looking good on the bookshelf, and not just being like, oh, like this is completely, everything's uniform, like everything's couture, everything is exactly designed for that space or whatever.
Yeah.
Like people have collections like that, and it's just like, I mean, like your wall of games doesn't do that same thing for me, because one, it's like you've got really high ceilings in your house, so like,
Yeah.
it's like it's a wall if you're standing close enough to it, but if you pull the camera far enough back, it's like it's not a wall, it's just some bookshelves with stuff on it, so it's
Some
like
clearance still at the top.
it's that kind of thing where it's like, okay, like this is, this was done incrementally. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a thing that makes me go like, that like you will collect stuff because you like collecting stuff or whatever, and seeing a thing like that, it's like, you collect stuff because you're trying to make money or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is like, it's not the same exact thing as like reseller scum vibe. It's not that. It's just like, this is, it's like Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
It's like Jimmy Fallon. It's clean cut. It's accessible for everyone. I don't doubt that they, like that they're doing it or that they have it or whatever. But ultimately, it's just sort of like, yeah, like I don't feel like you're, an auteur like I am about it or whatever.
Okay. Shots fired at Jimmy Fallon, everyone.
Better at this job than I am.
say auteur or autist?
I meant to say autist. It's not what an auteur is.
So,
and to prove to you that I do know the difference and that I just said the wrong word, some would say Martin Scorsese is an auteur. He's got. Well, I would say Tarantino is definitely an auteur.
he's the classic example.
He controls every aspect. There's not a Tarantino movie without Tarantino.
Yeah. Well said.
He could direct E.T., but Spielberg could never direct Pulp Fiction.
The new hot movie out this summer, Pulp Fiction, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Scored by John Williams. But it's fully orchestrated.
A warm and heartfelt journey.
Two friends who work together, who are more than just best friends. They were partners or something. I don't know. Oh, jeez, what am I getting myself into? Starring the lead of the hit movie Look Who's Talking, John Travolta. You know him as Shaft. It's Samuel L. Jackson.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
Yeah. I like the idea that Spielberg has to do the Tarantino role in the movie and has to say the N-word.
Oh my gosh.
He's wearing his hat. It's not even Tarantino where it's like, yeah, it's Tarantino, but he's in a bathrobe, he doesn't look out of place in his own movie.
Of course I buy the gourmet stuff.
Yeah, in his version, Bonnie's home and being helpful. Like, oh, Vince, Jules, you never come by anymore.
You only come by when you bring a body. Is that Marvin?
We need a favor.
Is that Marvin? It looks like Marvin.
Marvin says hello. They're doing.
He holds the jaw and moves the mouth. Hello.
I was gonna say they're doing a Weekend at Bernie thing.
Just one arm goes up.
Wait, just remember what the signal is. It's waving your arms.
You shot Marvin in the face.
Oh man, that is the best line. Rita. Oh man, I shot Marvin in the face.
In the face.
Oh my goodness gracious. What the hell were we talking about?
Video games.
I think we're just If I'm bringing someone in to look at the collection, I mean, look, I do the same thing. Like, this is what I'm working on right now. I hit him with that. Do not stab that X-Acto knife into the side of that desk. Are you insane? Wrong button. Yeah, that is what's gonna happen. Still a wrong button. Jeez, I'm not gonna remember to move any of this stuff.
Playing fast and loose over here.
Random after the fact triggers here, guys.
For anybody who can't see us, I have an X-Acto knife, and I sort of came close to the edge of the desk. I did touch it, but I'm not. No force.
And if you can't see us, get off my lawn. I don't know. Bonesaw always does come in here, and it's the room's always in various states of disarray. The room is also a lot different in between the visits. So like now that one bookshelf that I built earlier this year is is almost full to the brim with Nintendo Power magazines. So
25 years.
Yeah, 25 years.
Longer than some of you have been alive.
But I need to reorganize. I need to reorganize the collection because it's messy. I'd like to at least be able to access all the NES games because they're sort of like they're in stacks where you can see most of them, but then it's like 3 stacks deep. So
Yeah, I found Power Blade 2 buried under a stack of NES games, and they're not even in any order. They're not even in alphabetical order. They're just in there.
They were in alphabetical order before I moved here. That's man.
You switched it up.
I'm looking at all this stuff and I don't know if I just like blanked it out or if it was just too long ago, but it's like God, I moved my entire life out of one house and into another house. And it's like there's literally nothing of mine in the lake house except for the whatever furniture that was like already there to start with.
Yeah.
And barely any of that stuff is there anymore. There's a TV stand that I bought from IKEA that used to be there. That's about the only thing that's left. And the bed set. And I did like that bed. That bed is extremely comfortable.
So
Sorry. Thanks for keeping me on track. I'm just showing off stuff. I just want it to be in more of an order. Not so crazy in order that it's just like, I don't know. I don't think my office is designed to be in a way where I could ever have something like without custom building shelves, and I kind of like that about it. You know, I feel like every YouTube video looks exactly the same, like sitting in front of the same lighting, same LED lights in the background, just same wall of same games in the background, or the collection gets like so gigantic where it's just like here's a labyrinth of games, like I've collected so much and the collection's like gigantic, and then again, like to me it's sort of how do you enjoy that?
Well, right. I mean, look, this is the old question. Do you play the games, or you just like to collect stuff, and it happens to be video games? So, I don't know. Look, I love stuff just as much as the next guy, for sure. Do I feel like sometimes I look at everything, I'm like, ugh, what is this? Maybe. Enough to where I want to get rid of stuff? I don't know. I'm going to trim it down, maybe, sure.
Every time I have that problem, which is about once every 10 years, where I'm just like, I don't need this stuff that I accumulated. And then, it used to be about getting rid of old stuff so you'd have money to buy new stuff.
Right, and then what did you do? You got rid of a bunch of games to, get some new garbage.
Right, and then in 10 years, that stuff, replaces the old garbage, and then you're like, I wish I had the older garbage that I got rid of, and like that's sort of the thing. And so there's at least the one time in my life where I sold my Nintendo 64, which is I'm kicking myself for that one, just even thinking about it. But since there's a lot less 64 games, the heavy hitters are very clear on that system, and I had all the heavy hitters. I had Conker's Bad Fur Day. I had a nice crispy CIB. Just sold it like an idiot. To a pawn shop, absolute minimum value. The only way you're gonna get ripped off worse is by a friggin' reseller.
We need a button on that thing for this kind of situation.
Yeah, I felt like there was on there before. Let's happy. Definitely not that button.
I like that. What else we got?
Shut up, bitch.
All right. What else you got on there? What's the net? Just push the next button.
Well, I'll have to lower it. Volume lower and stuff. Some conversational chat. on so we hear ourselves and talk. It goes on for quite a while. Scarface is one of those movies that is like a... I sat down and watched it again recently because I was like, I'm gonna be sitting in front of this. I'm gonna be in front of a TV for the next 3 hours, so I picked something I hadn't watched in a while. So
Yeah.
Scarface is a good movie. Not good enough to develop the subculture that it's developed, but
So I'm gonna make a leap. I'm gonna make a leap here. Is this song in the movie? I don't think I've seen that movie.
yeah.
So this is a real
the-
song. Are
this-
we getting dinged? Are we getting dinged if this is playing a song on the? Doesn't matter.
Only if this podcast does numbers, baby.
Okay, good. Let's do some numbers.
So
I thought this was just a joke song in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where the hockey montage where he learns how to play hockey, or the ice skate.
yeah. So this is the song that plays during the montage in the movie.
That's why I said that. Oh, in the Scarface movie.
Yes, there's a montage in Scarface.
Oh, so the whole
Which is
thing was a
funny-
rip-off. Okay.
Which is a funny sentence. there was a.
Why
there was
do
a
they
montage
montage?
in Scarface.
I gotta learn how to sell drugs. I don't know what that voice was. Quit and quick. Or the cockroach is gonna get me.
It is a literally spot on perfect impersonation of Al Pacino in that movie, is what it was.
Now, what's the next button?
I am inevitable. And I am Iron Man.
These were triggers for the G1 Climax finale awards ceremony. This year was Retrospecticus 7 Final Heaven. Doesn't mean we're not going to keep doing more shows. It does mean that we like Final Fantasy 7. And by we I mean Bonesaw, not me. I hate that game.
No.
It's so slow and laggy to play. I started playing it recently. I spent the last couple years going through all the mainline Final Fantasies. Yeah, I had a couple breaks, but I beat the first two, started the third one, and then Lucy was born, and then sort of put that down for a while.
Just like you were born?
Came back to it a year or so later. Finished 3. 4 I beat really fast because 4 is like, oh, this game's good, and it means just one more until 6. I played 5 all the way through, which I had never done before. I can't really remember what happens in that game. But that's the game that everyone loves because of the job system. That's a game that you play if you're like, my personality is finding the one game that I like and then playing nothing but that game all the time, over and over, in every different permutation.
I have a game like that. It's the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Yeah,
Now celebrating almost, I think, 10. This year will be 10 years I've been playing that game. Longer than some of you have been alive.
So the critically acclaimed hit RPG, Final Fantasy IV. I got through that one really fast. That's one I've played. I finally got through 5. I had never done that one, so I was happy that I got through it. I don't think I'd ever revisit that game though.
Once I was hoping you could do it nunts.
And then obviously like going through Final Fantasy VI was a breeze, and then I started playing Final Fantasy VII, and it may be the fact that I went through 3 or 4 Final Fantasy games, but I was just like, it's like, okay, oh god, this game takes forever to like. It didn't. I mean, Midgar always feels like it takes all of eternity the first time you play that game, and then the second time you play, it's like, oh, you're only in there for like 3 hours. It's not a super long time, or like six hours, something like that.
I think it's the whole first disc, isn't it? I don't know.
No, that's that's not even anything.
Ah. Have you ever seen...
I think the end of the first disc is when Eris dies.
Don't spoil it. Maybe some people haven't played that one.
Yeah, sorry. Docs to the Future game came out in 1995 or whatever, 97, 98.
Docs to the Future. A couple things. Have you ever seen those videos where, like, I want to get Cloud level 99 on the first screen?
Yeah.
The grind to 99.
I admire the people who are just like, I'm gonna do the grindiest grind that ever ground.
I'm shaking my head no.
Oh God, but I feel like there's a lot of cool I feel like there's a lot of cool versions of that. That one is an interesting one because that's like, okay, that's gonna take forever for a start. That's a really long grind. But you know, I like a grind like hello. That's okay. Well, what do you think I'm gonna do for this little baby?
I'm gonna watch.
If she wakes up, you're going to bed.
Yeah.
If she wakes up, I'm gonna whoop you. Happy anniversary, sweetie.
Oh, yeah. Happy anniversary.
She laughed. Dr. Mrs. Son of Chaser, everyone.
Making a guess.
Dr. Mrs. Son of Rad Chaser.
A lot of people...
We gotta ask Tokyo Elvis for a Dr. Mrs. Son of Chaser button.
A lot of people think Final Fantasy VII is the best. And then there's people who don't think that. And then it's usually some permutation of 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, a lot of people people who love 8 love 8. Like that's, I think everyone will make the argument that game has the best storyline of any Final Fantasy game, at least out of the PlayStation 1 games. Not people really like 9. People really like 10. I haven't played it. I haven't played either of them. I started playing 9. It definitely, like, story wise feels better, especially since they were sort of like, let's do more of a this game's a fun game.
All right, it's the return to form, the classic, just an old fashioned Final Fantasy adventure to close out our existence on the PS1.
Right, like
I
think
a little something sweet for the kids.
Yeah, I think games kind of have a tendency to be like, let's explore this area, this space in a little bit of a darker direction. Like they're finally doing that with Dragon Quest 12. Like that's the whole thing about that game is like it's gonna be a little older and a little bolder.
We're all going to be older by the time it comes out. It's going to be a GTA 6 situation. We're already 2 years since I think the first announcement or something. Maybe longer. I don't know. Anybody out there know? Feel free to email us at the Chaser Bros. Is it just Chaser Bros?
Just Chaser Bros.
Just email us at justchaserbros@gmail.com. You will do it.
Oh gosh. So yeah. I think that was kind of really fast, reeling in of like, oh, okay, like, and then they didn't really like do it again properly until just Final Fantasy 16.
Got dark with it?
Yeah, it got dark with it.
I still got to finish 16. I'm definitely more than probably 3/4 of the way done. I put it down and I haven't picked it back up yet.
But
and I keep going on about it. That and Yakuza. Like a Dragon.
Oh God, yeah, man, I gotta.
I'm almost done with that.
See, Bonesaw likes Yakuza. I was like, that game pulls so many influences off of Dragon. They reference Dragon Quest so much in that game. Like I can't say it's not even funny. It's very funny how frequently they reference Dragon Quest. But I also like I can't remember what the game is where you collect different bums or whatever it is. It's like Pokemon, but you're collecting bums. I don't remember what the name of the game is, but Man, Yakuza, like a dragon. What a game that is.
Yeah, that's a good one. Glad you.
I hope Infinite Wealth is just as good, and something tells me it probably is.
I'm sure it is.
It's just makes me want to go back and play some of those other Yakuza games, and then go like, oh yeah, I don't want to play a beat 'em up game.
Yeah.
I decidedly like this game because it's an RPG. It's the exact same thing as playing Dragon Quest, basically.
Right.
But then that's the other thing too. They also really love pro wrestling in those games. It's one of the Yakuza games has a whole bunch of New Japan guys in it.
Oh, this is news.
Yeah, it's Okada, Naito, and the rest.
Cool.
Toru Yano was one of them, I think. But like Naito and Okada are like two of the biggest stars in the company. So it was just like they had the they were voiced by voice actors, but they had the likenesses.
Their likeness.
Right, exactly. Like it's starring Kazuchika Okada as whatever his name is in that video game or whatever. But that's really like that was like if I really ever decided to like go back and play a Yakuza game, I would pick that one, just whichever one it is, because I would want to see how funny that probably is, that they're characters in that game.
Yeah. So, all right. How about this? What somebody comes in to get the game tour and they don't like video games. How do you sell them? How do you make this look like something that you make you not look like a nerd? Hey guy, how's what's going on in this room? It seems like it's floor to ceiling something.
Yeah, so I do have some stuff here. We're doing this in real time. I've got some stuff here. I'm a big video game collector. I don't have the biggest collection in the world or nothing, but I do have some pretty cool stuff.
Aren't you a bit old for video games?
I mean, I don't know, man. No, I don't think so. I feel like that's a weird question. I feel like that's not a question someone would. Yeah.
Imagine somebody
all
comes
right.
to insult you.
All right, hold
Nah,
on.
you're so excited to show them something, and they diss you.
Okay, hold on. Let me. All right, let me really genuinely respond to that.
You want me to ask again? Here.
Yeah, ask me again.
Aren't you a little bit old for video games?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It makes me happy.
That's your answer.
Well. Look, I mean, look. If you're trying to appeal to someone that isn't interested, you have to at least make it seem like you're interested by by supersizing with them. So, yeah. Like I enjoy it though, and it's fine.
I'm not convinced. Let's go. What else you got?
Have you ever played a video game in your life? I mean, like you clearly think at some point you're too old to do it. So there must have been a point in your life where you were young enough to be like, it's
okay.
Maybe when you were going to college or something.
I like this. Chip away at them. When I was a kid, I definitely played games. I loved it. And I had my brother, and we played games, and it was awesome.
What game systems you had?
I don't know. It's too long. I don't like video games.
Can you think of it? What was your favorite game? Can you remember any of the games that you played?
Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy's Conquest.
No, Diddy, no.
Please, Diddy, don't hurt him.
Ooh, man,
That's it. We need to make that into something.
Listen, you might get a supersized 20th episode spectacular. So, okay. I feel like that's That's cool. I feel like it's a little random, but those Donkey Kong games they're really good platformers. Did you ever play any of the other ones, or did you just play that one? Like, why did you have access to that one? Were you, it's like a friend's house or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good time back then, being young and free and not having any responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have responsibility. I got kids.
Yeah.
You know what that's like, right?
No. Not
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. You only. I hate to break this to you, but I'm a friend here. You only think you have responsibilities. If you forget to do one of your quote unquote responsibilities, you might have to have a little less ice in your soda than you're accustomed to in the day because you forgot to refill the ice tray. If I forget to do something, someone can abduct my child. If I forget to feed this person, they die of starvation.
It's just intermittent fasting. It's fine.
Yeah, they're going for that
Body doesn't know the
shredded.
difference.
They're going for that shredded infant look.
His ribs are showing. You don't feed him enough.
Look. I had a friend whose house that I went over to too because he had there's way more games there. We were we didn't have a super lot of money growing up, so we did. I mean, like, I still have a lot of the stuff that I had from when I was growing up because, like, the thought of giving away anything when you have nothing to start with is just sort of outrageous. So,
yeah,
it's sacrilegious. It's like I can't these are my NES games. I can't get rid of them. I've spent so much time. I'm attached to them. But my friend. Had a bunch of cool stuff, but if you get everything that you want, then you don't go through that slow process of getting like something one thing at a time and be like, this is the only thing I have. Gotta go through it.
All right. Gotta play. Got 100% it.
Right. Like if you have 400 NES game packs in 1993 or whatever. Your parents are probably going to be like, we got to have a yard sale here. And that's why I have several games that say Jamie Daniel on them.
He just scooped up his games.
He wasn't using them. I paid for them.
That's wild.
But I'm just thinking of some of the games that I definitely have his copy of Skate or Die. Like that's I just remember his parents definitely had a yard sale. I was like, I'll buy a couple of these.
I'll
games
take
for
that.
sure.
I'll have some of that.
I've got $5 that should get me, 5 games.
Right, 50 cents a game.
Oh yeah, that'll give me a nice little stack. 50 cents a game for sure. That's exactly what it would have been. Like those NES games, like especially in the era of the Super Nintendo, like those would have been worthless garbage.
Delicious NES games for sale. All you can eat.
So yeah, I know a little bit about having a friend going over there. So I actually just recently got a copy of Diddy's Conquest.
Please, Diddy, don't hurt him.
Don't hurt him.
We need a button that says that.
I got it from No, I didn't get it from Captain Raichu. I got it from Retro Video Game Guy, baby.
Oh yes. All hail Retro Video Game Guy. Miss you.
If he still has that copy of Archon, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him a price on it. I would like to have a CIB copy of that game. And look, this is how I like to collect stuff. I don't need everything, but I do need the stuff that has sentimental attachment. If it's not a new video game that I have yet to become sentimentally attached to, but I need the stuff that I have a sentimental attachment to. And the problem is I have a sentimental attachment to a lot of stuff, but that's natural when, your father is the TV.
Yeah, when you were raised by the CRT.
Yeah, your mother was the video game system, and they worked together to form a lot of great memories for you, like the time that I beat Super Metroid every day for a week straight because I was like, this only takes a couple of hours. I was speed running before I even knew that speed running was a thing. I wasn't even like trying to beat my time. I was just doing it every day. I was like, I'm definitely shaving time off of it. Like,
Right.
I mean, I think I got it down to under 2 hours. I think I got down to like an hour 50 was like my personal best.
I wonder what the current speedrun is record.
Oh, that would be worth looking up.
Let's look it up. And follow-up question. I know the first part wasn't a question, but if you stuck Super Metroid in a SNES right now, how long do you think you'd take to beat it?
It'd probably take me. I think I could do it in under 3 hours. I think I'd start playing it, and like some muscle memory would take over.
Yeah, think so.
I'm confident I could do it in under 3 hours. I'd be surprised, and if it was more than 3 hours, it wouldn't be much more. It wouldn't be more than 20 minutes, which is that's a lot over 3 hours. But I'm thinking in my head maybe like 3 hours 10 minutes. Something like that, but I think I could do it in probably 2:45. I bet I could do it in 2:45.
So looks like the current Super Metroid speedrun record is 40 minutes and 22 seconds.
I've seen speedrunners do some interesting stuff. I was watching some Super Metroid speedruns at 40 minutes. That's a hell of a speedrun. That's it does employ some hacks, but
Elite hacks.
I mean, it doesn't really. It involves exploiting glitches, and really, what it involves is just being super good at controlling that game, like frame precision controlling.
As a lot of speedruns are.
But there's stuff. There's things in that game where there's like. You can use enemy damage to like propel you really fast across certain things, and you can kind of wedge yourself into places that you're not supposed to be able to wedge yourself into.
Your expertise.
Just because I watched a video on it recently. Yeah. So I got Diddy Kong. I got Diddy Kong 2. I got 3 and 1. Did you ever play any of those games? What? Is Diddy Kong the only one? Maybe have here. Just look at this shelf of games. It seems like you were playing the Super Nintendo. You see anything that rings a bell? Did you have at least one other favorite game?
Yeah, I see that loose Chrono Trigger over there. Why isn't that in a retro protection sleeve?
Hey, I thought you said I was a little too old to play video games. You're coming in here talking about retro protection and. Loose. Well, you use the phrase "loose." Like, that's an industry term, buddy. I thought you said you didn't know anything about video games. Are you?
It's true. It's all true. I've enjoyed video games this entire time, and
I'm Chase the right price. Can you throw in some controllers with that loose copy of Chrono Trigger?
Pick and
pick
and choose.
I'll give you $15 for all of it.
Pick and Choose is the guy's name in that video.
Pick and Choose. Oh, jeez. Yeah. There, I don't remember how much Chrono Trigger goes for, but I do remember seeing me like, good thing I got a copy of that. I didn't realize it was worth that much.
That's up there. It's not the heaviest thing in your collection anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know. It certainly isn't.
Let's see here.
Man, what a funny thing to just.
I feel like that's a game that has 1 million copies and it's expensive, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
I just think it's funny that this whole night just started with. oh, here, I went ahead and stuck this into this case for you.
Right. I immediately took that Power Blade 2 and stuck it in, the
That's
nearest hard shell case I could
Yeah.
find.
That's how he told me that he didn't even tell me that he found. He's like, here, I went ahead and put this game in here.
Take it out until you get an acrylic.
That's, it's that sort of same way. It's like, oh, hey, don't panic. But if you don't, if you don't follow my instructions to the T, this room is going to explode. You're gonna step on a landmine. 2 steps forward, take a step left, 45-degree turn,
Minesweeper.
big leap, as big as you can do it. I was hoping for bigger because this is gonna make the next part harder. Jeez. So
Chrono Trigger, $213 loose.
that's too much. That's too much money for that game. On principle, no game is worth more than $60. Put in terms of like how good it is.
You can get Chrono Trigger for the Nintendo DS loose for $66. I don't like a loose DS game. I mean, if it's a small game, I don't understand why people even sell them or buy them loose. I'm not, a Switch game. I'm not. What am I doing with that? I need it in a box.
Well, I think a lot of the problem with those games like that, especially games that had like hard cases, is like GameStop doesn't take CI. Like, I mean, they probably do now, but GameStop didn't used to take CIB stuff. I took back like an Xbox 360 is like, he's like, you just take the box with you, like it's just gonna get thrown away or something.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is insane. That is insane. But like also like that wasn't that long ago.
Right. Just throw it out.
So
throwaway culture.
So if they're like, I've got these DS games to trade in, it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna keep the things and throw the boxes away or whatever. Like that's gotta be it. I mean, also there's a very real thing too, where younger kids are trading games back and forth. Games get moved around, shuffled, lost. I'm getting rid of this because I'm too old to play video games now.
Slipping in and out. Who knows where they've
right.
been.
I don't even know if I have the boxes for it. I'm just looking for $20. I just need another $20 because I'm going to the movie theater tonight or something. I don't know.
Right. Need a little fix.
Yeah, just anything.
Where are we at? All right. What do we think? Bottom line?
Yeah, we can start bottom lining it because we did all the stuff. Bottom line, I thought I was going to do a role play with someone, someone who was going to come in and be like, I have a moderate interest in video games. What do you have to show me? And not a person who is like, ew.
Disgusted.
So, nevertheless, I improvised, adapted, and whatever the third thing is, I can never remember. Overcame. That's right. I can never remember it. So yeah, if you have a collection, you talk about what you're working on right now.
Yeah.
And then you wait till they get drawn somewhere, and you just kind of swoop in like a dose. And this is this is an interesting piece, because every game has a story, if you're emotionally connected to them, and the story can be whatever. So that's the other bottom line. Every game has a story. Every rose has a thorn.
Yeah, every rose does have a thorn. If you're not particularly concerned or on the up and up about how much your games are worth, it doesn't matter what order they're in. I suppose I literally did what game hunters and resellers do, and scan through stuff, and I found a bit of gold.
Found a big fat heavy hitter just sitting here buried.
Right. Now, I was surprised. I don't know if I was surprised, but, you knew that it was heavy when you saw it. I was like, maybe he doesn't even know. Just sitting here.
I
don't know if you're up on what's heavy or not.
That I just happened to know that because I think I was sort of recently looking at the those earlier magazines that had Power Blade. There was Power Blade on the cover of one of them, and I was like, just thinking about the next quest, because this year's quest is almost done, so I'm looking towards next year's quest, and there's some ideas there, but I want to play all the stuff that's on all the covers, so there's going to at least be some content of me making a video. Like, okay, well, we got to take an inventory here, which is, that'll be a good time for everything to get organized. So I'd have to, I gotta make that list and then compare and see what I have, et cetera, et cetera. But the bottom line is every game's got a story. I did happen to, Power Blade was on the cover of one of the things, and I was just like, I started going down a look at the prices hole, and I was like, oh, Power Blade 2, oh my god.
Oh, your little sprunger started going off. Yeah, kind of like it is just now.
I was surprised. That's the bottom line. I was surprised that you randomly just like, here you go. Oh, cool. I do have it. Like, I was slowly making an inventory of what games I had on that Google spreadsheet that we have. And I was like, that's why I had a big pile of games on this side of the room for this reason, because that was the stuff I had already separated out, that I'd already marked on the list. So it's like, I'm going to have to re-go through everything, which is a little annoying, but having that copy of Power Blade 2 in there will make it slightly less bad.
Oof. An excellent find in a collection that you may have forgotten what's in there.
I can put a check mark next to, yes, I definitely have this game, and then that will get the ball rolling to do another session.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So bottom line, go back through your stuff, go re-enjoy it.
And if you start a video game podcast, try to talk about video games more than 25% of the time.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for this one. Take care of yourselves and each other. And, one more thing. A Cheezit is not a pretzel.
The question, though, was how close is it to a pretzel? Not is it a pretzel?
63%.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. On the Son of Rad Chaser, Big Chaser, until next time.
Until next time, my beautiful chasers, never ever forget. Continue to chase them.
Oh yeah, that's where the button goes. I'm gonna fix it.
Rad Chaser.
I'm not gonna fix it.